champions of England, they know what they are. Today, we're at Chelsea. Today, Team Whispers finds itself outside Stamford Bridge, home of an affluent club in an affluent part of southwest London. And although they started slowly, Chelsea have picked up with wins against Spurs and Everton. Although they didn't get all of Antonio Conte's targets in the summer, they have bought well.
Danny Drinkwater might not have been very high up on Antonio Conte's shopping list this summer, but after completing a deadline day move to the Bridge, the 27-year-old should add strength in depth to the Blues midfield. He will reunite with former Leicester teammate N'Golo Kante, whose debut season in London was little short of immaculate. His place in the starting 11 is pretty much guaranteed as a result. The pair may rekindle the spirit of Leicester's title-winning team from 2016, but who else might partner Kante in Chelsea's midfield? As the Frenchman's passing map shows, Kante's game is based around short, unadventurous passes from the middle of the pitch. His pass completion rate is 89%, with an average length of just 16.83 metres. The only Chelsea midfielder with a shorter average pass length is Bakayoko, who operates far less centrally and whose role is to win and retain possession from defensive areas. He rarely passes forwards and profiles similarly to Nemanja Matic. Cesc Fabregas is the most creative option in midfield. An average pass length of over 19 metres reflects the Spaniard's attacking nature. He is allowed to be the playmaker because of the defensive cover offered by Bakayoko or Kante. Drinkwater then offers a middle ground option, a jack of all trades but master of none, if you like. He covers ground like Kante, though his average pass is longer and more probing like Fabregas. At Chelsea, he will be a versatile everyman who can, to some extent, fill in for any of the other three. So that's the midfield covered, but what of the strikers? Well, Antonio Conte's spat with Diego Costa has been well documented. The Spaniard claims to have been dropped by text, is refusing to train with the club and was omitted from their Champions League squad this week. But Conte seems intent on pressing on without him, and in Alvaro Morata, the Blues should have ample cover.
And I think, listen, whatever happens with Costa, I think Marat is going to turn out to be a very good signing. You know, he's a person who can integrate himself both on and off the pitch. He's a good lad. He's a very strong striker. He's a finisher. And while he's not a typical Costa, I think he'll do well and he'll score goals. And as I say, with the fact that Conte can work on the team now, without all the, are we going to bring players in? He can now concentrate fully on that. He'll be happy with that. He won't be 100% happy with the squad he's got, I'm sure.
So who might Conte have wanted in addition to the squad he's got? Well, in the case of Ross Barkley, there have been some rather conflicting reports. Was a fee agreed? Did he sign a contract? Did he have half a medical and walk out? We might know more about that one in January. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, meanwhile, turned down more money at Chelsea to play in a better position at Liverpool, if reports are to be believed, whilst Fernando Llorente turned down the chance to work with his former boss and moved to Tottenham on deadline day instead. And that decision in particular confused a few.
Llorente is a bit of a strange one, I must admit. I don't know why he's gone to Tottenham. Obviously, Tottenham are a fantastic club as well, but you would think he would have gone to Chelsea. That's the strange one for me. The other two, Barkley, I think he's thinking about maybe trying to get more money, maybe either in January or come the end of the season. But I don't think Conte can turn around and say to his board, I'm not happy you didn't deliver Barkley, because it was Barkley making that decision and it was Oxlade-Chamberlain making that decision. Llorente one was a bit of a strange one though, I must admit.
So regardless of who they didn't sign in the summer, Chelsea look to be back on track with the squad they've got. Next week we'll be focusing on Bournemouth as we take a trip to the seaside. Join us then.